My name is not on there.
Well, you are on the live. That was a good entry. Okay, so we are with Jaw, as you could hear. And we have Nina. Nina's back.
Hi.
And
Yay.
Titch.
Hello.
Titch is here, and Sauron is here.
Hello.
And I hope you guys can hear me.
You didn't start the way you normally start, which makes me sad.
Yeah, but I do that because people keep bitching that we're so unprofessional. Because I keep asking, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
No, you usually first thing you do is, hello, hello.
Oh, hello, hello.
You sound like a Stepford wife. It really makes me happy.
Oh, I'm
sorry, that was mightily unprofessional.
I think so. Sean has a start. They're just talking in the chat, so I'm not so sure if they can hear us. See, I try to start professionally, and I end up asking, again, just like Pearl, oh, can anyone hear me? Are we live?
Oh, Jar, I actually saw your a post of yours, actually, from back in the day, which just literally proved that you never went after Pearl. Pearl went after you, so just a note for anyone who knows who Pearl, when she says Jar, go after her, it's just a big old conspiracy.
Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
Nina, you nailed it. You nailed it.
absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
Oh yes, they can hear us, so we're live, and your statement got through, Nina.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've now made an impact on the world around you, Nina.
I have that effect. I have that effect.
When is the last time we were live? It was with Tosh, I think, wasn't it?
August.
August? Oh, we haven't been live as much on this channel because there's not that much news going on. It's a bit slow. And otherwise, we're just rambling for 3 hours about not much. But I thought it was time to do another live to at least say hi, say we're still here and that we're busy. We've all been busy. Some of us took a break for a little bit because it has been pretty busy and tiring.
Susan, sorry, I've got to read this out. Someone called MSG is like, this is your troll. I don't like you at all. Goodbye, you suck.
Oh.
Thank you for your troll announcement. That was actually very professional. And
where was that?
No, it's in the group. It's in the chat on YouTube. And I love that they just did a "This is your troll" update. It's like an announcement. This is your troll. I do not like you at all. Goodbye. You suck.
Oh God, that's like the other troll we had on the other channel. This is the most boring. What's that again? This is the most boring live stream I've ever heard. Okay, bye.
Oh gosh, I remember that. Mm.
Oh, you remember? Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
I was just like, oh well, you know, watch the doors and hit you on the way out.
It was months ago. Yeah, I know. I know it was months ago. We do lives, just not on this channel.
Flower.
Yeah.
Can I plug the merchandise that's going to be helping Taj?
Sure. Yes.
Because you've been sending me pictures of sports bras with Michael's face on people's titties for 2 weeks, and I feel like we should push this. So for anyone who's unaware and who doesn't have Twitter, on the Michael Jackson Innocent Project website, you can now purchase things that are, show Michael's innocence. There's a really good T-shirt actually with the charges from 2005 that he got found not guilty of, and 50% of the profits go straight to Taj's documentary. So and you can potentially get a picture of Michael Jackson's face on your biz. Because on the store there is in fact bras.
Yeah, well,
and I'm trying to currently convince Susan to get leggings with pictures of Michael on the tush, because I think people would appreciate that.
Oh yes, I would definitely
and now
appreciate
we know who our market is, Susan.
Ja!
Well, I have to be careful. I cannot really use his face. I know others are doing that, but I don't want to get into legal trouble and stuff like that. So I'm trying not to use his face as much. But what I do use is the pictures that I put in that support video. And I made a big collage out of that, and that's what the sports bra is with, and I wanna.
So Michael's face is still on your boobies.
Mike's face still on your boobies.
Okay, but can I have one request?
Yes.
I know you can't use his face, but you can definitely use that taped up finger that he always puts up and goes in a
Oh
circle.
Jesus! Stop! Let's stop.
on someone's butt.
Well, actually, I would like mine on the inner thigh.
Oh my Jesus! Shit, Christ!
You're gonna get a customized one, Ja. I'll see what I can do. Which is, by the way, you can get a customized one too. So if you want one with your own name on it or whatever, just send me a message, and that can be done too. I am working on. I'll throw the link to the shop in the chat for now. But I am uploading everything to the website, so it should be on the website in. God, I hope I have enough time, but within 1 or 2 weeks. And there's going to be many more products added to it, and I've already done the first payment to Tosh like a few days ago. So
it is all going, and we raised. You raised a lot of money in the last. Actually, just to update for anyone again who isn't on Twitter, how much did you raise the last time we did Innocent Project Live with Hodge?
Oh right, we did have that was $500.
500
in one live stream.
$500 in one live stream went to Taj.
Yeah.
So Winged Infinity just said keep it PG. Oh babe, we've got Jar on. I don't know if that's happening.
Who said keep it PG?
Winged Infinity.
So yeah, so 50% of the anything you purchase, 50% of the profit go directly to Tosh. And no, not 100%, because if someone says why not 100%? Well, because I have costs too, so not really possible. I have to pay for a lot of stuff to make it all happen. So the other 50% goes to Tosh. So anything you purchase, and I'm trying to make new designs, and I'm trying to do some customized stuff for you guys. So and Christmas gifts are coming too. So that was that.
Cool.
And it should have been on the screen by now, or maybe I should just refresh, because my computer is really being a bitch today. I don't know what the problem is.
So yeah, guys, if you want something, then it helps charges to hopefully come out a little bit quicker.
Jamie added a link to the Teespring store in the comments on YouTube. So if you're watching the live stream on YouTube, check out the comment section. Jamie just added a link to the Teespring store. And also, it's been a while since we did a live, so just like to shout out to Brad Martin, who's listening, who has never joined in one of these lives before, so welcome. And also Carol Jackson, if you're still awake, 70 years old and still a Michael Jackson fan, so much love to you too. And also,
Yes, it's Ja. Hello, Adina. How are you?
So I'd like to just mention something. So Square One, when that came out, and then I think they've just done a premiere in China, but it's it's an updated version. Do we know if that'll get uploaded to YouTube at all, or?
Yeah, but is it really updated, or if it's just translated and stuff?
Well, apparently
Chinese
they've redone some of the interviews. Because I know some people said, "Oh, it's bad that he's using interviews, using like telephone audio." Because I know Charles Thompson's redone his interview for it.
Yeah, but that's nitpicking. I mean, really, you know how many documentaries there are where they're using telephone interviews?
Yeah.
I mean, that was really not bad.
No. I know some people have criticised it for that, and then they've said, "Oh, it's a state propaganda," which is BS. But
I think for people who do not know, I didn't see anything new in Denny's documentary, but that is because I have investigated that myself for years. But for someone who does not know anything about the 1993 accusations, it's a really good documentary. And like I said before we went live, I'm surprised it only has 273,000 views on YouTube. That's really pretty low for if you see how much work there's in there and how much it was marketed. And it's weird to me. It just shows that YouTube is really trying to keep the views down on videos about Michael Jackson. I can see it on this channel, and my other channel is completely banned, so it doesn't show up anywhere anymore. So I know that that's what they're doing, but they're doing it to him too, and he spent a lot of time and money, I bet, to make the documentary. It's just sad to see that it's under 300,000 views.
And I don't think it is. I really don't think it is.
No, but it probably is higher. But I have seen my own views go down. Seriously, go down. That one day a video, because I'm paying attention to that to see if they're fucking with my views. And one day it had 10,000 views, and I would wake up the next morning and it had 8,000 views. That's not possible. So what are they doing with those views, and why?
They're manipulating the numbers.
Because if something's got higher views, then it will show up in their suggested easier. Now, it's funny because with all the research and stuff I've been doing on Michael and on the cases and stuff like that, all the YouTube videos I've watched, still Square One doesn't show up as a suggested video.
No.
Whereas if I look at one wrestling video once in a month,
all your
the
recommended.
next time I go on YouTube, all my recommended will be wrestling.
Yep.
Okay, so we are getting some questions in.
What do we think of Wade's appeal? Somebody
Yes.
asked.
Pathetic.
I mean, we all knew it was going to happen. So I think we all knew it was going to happen. We all knew that he was going to appeal and push it, and we all knew he was going to take advantage as much as possible. This new law, though, the thing is, like, when people are talking about this new law, it from what I understand, and people, like I said, I always say, I'm not a lawyer, so people can by all means tell me I'm wrong here. I don't think the new law will actually benefit him that much because it's for sexual assault as opposed to ongoing abuse. So if you're assaulted a single time by someone as a child, like 20 years ago, you can bring it forward. But he's talking about prolonged sexual abuse, and I don't think that covers it. So I'm not sure, but he was always going to appeal, and I don't think Leaving Neverland actually will help him. I think they thought it would, but I think in reality it won't.
No, I think it backfired completely on him.
I think it backfired like a grenade, yeah. So yeah, but I don't know, what's everyone else's of it?
Well, I honestly think Dan Reed thought he was going to get a Pulitzer Prize off the back of Leaving off the mockumentary, so that clearly hasn't happened. So now he has to make a documentary about bacteria, so...
Yeah, that's what he is. That fits him.
Speaking of Dan Reed, recently at the Grayson Awards,
I don't know what you're going to say.
A fan was there on the red carpet, confronted Dan Reed in a really classy, polite manner, just casually handed him an MJ Innocent leaflet, and Dan Reed's response was, "Oh, thank you." So yeah, that was quite interesting to see. So if you're on Twitter, that's a bit making the rounds that a fan gave him a MJ Innocent leaflet, which was really quite funny to watch.
Yeah.
It is interesting to I shared that post. I don't know if anyone saw that. I don't know if anyone remembers. I think Ja was for sure in that live stream chat when I did that live about Disney. Remember that, Ja? On the other channel. And I thought it was interesting to make a bridge from Nina's Epstein didn't kill himself hashtag to ABC, who has who have been clearly covering it up for 3 years, 4 years.
Right.
After that, Project Veritas. Whoever hasn't seen it, go to Project Veritas on YouTube and check it out. That woman from ABC had the whole story about Epstein and about everyone
Amy
involved for
Roback.
3 years. And
Amy Roback.
what? You'll be right back?
Amy Roback. No, Amy Roback was
Oh!
the reporter.
That's her name. I think you said I'll be right back. I said, well, you don't have to say that. Just go. Well, that's her name, yes. But the interesting, I have done a live on my other channel a while back.
Someone, sorry, is that your Vet Corbett person? Y'all need to boot her out of here or something.
What is it? You guys are low down, shameful, nasty lies. Oh, interesting. Well, let Yvette stay for a little bit. Yvette, please tell us why. I mean, it's always easy to say something about someone, but maybe you should say why. Oh, Jamie booted her. Too bad. Maybe it's Epstein's lover. What's her name?
One of them.
One of them.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, Ghislaine.
I love how Nina's just like busting out facts. Like she just knows everyone's name. She's prepped. Like she's not waiting for no bitch.
Back on the top of Amy Roback, the leaked Project Veritas of her saying that 3 years they had absolutely everything. She then cowardly rebutted what was secretly recorded of her ranting about having all the information, the photos, people to back up each other. She put out a Twitter statement to say that she was just feeling, she was caught in a moment of frustration, and that the reason that story wasn't used and reported on was because there was a lack of information. Well,
oh bollocks, you're a liar.
BITCH, you were caught out saying that you had so much information and proof to back it up, so backpedaling just a little bit. Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, and we're
she even said that in the video. She even says like, nah,
she didn't think that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and we're talking about ABC. I mean, ABC is, for whoever doesn't know, that is Disney.
Yvette's back, you can grill her now, says Jamie.
You
Likes
guys,
it, like
witch and I'm not a witch. I can be one if you want me to.
Yvette, I don't mean to be rude, darling, but are you a little bit tipsy?
Yeah.
Because you don't seem to be able to get your point across in your messages. Like if you've got something to say, then cool, have something to say.
You
But
can
you
come
don't
on the
seem to be able
live.
to make your
I'll
point.
make you yellow, and you can actually say it in my face.
Through a spoon.
Anyway, Jamie will deal with that.
be respectful. Yvette Colbert says be respectful. We're trying to be respectful. Well,
No, Brad's saying it to Yvette.
Oh. Okay.
I don't see why we. Who are we disrespectful to?
No. Brad was telling
she's listening
Yvette to
another
be
live.
respectful.
Ah, okay.
She must have our,
she's
have our
swearing.
YouTube channel up, but listening to another live or something. I
Pearl.
don't know what she
Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
if you haven't seen that video, I did put it in one of the playlists. It is a bit of a long, winding, well, like all of our lives actually, but I hope I make sense. But I did find a lot of links between, and every time Disney came back up, whether it was ABC or Disney, they seem to be coming back every time, so check that out if you want to, because I saw that there were a lot of people retweeting that. Apparently they had never seen it, but it's on the channel somewhere. You see Harvey Weinstein with Mickey Mouse ears in the thumbnail. That's the good one. State of California have no new laws regarding sexual abuse victims. Do you know anything about that, Ja? There is some that bill. What is it? 518 or something? 812.
Yeah.
I believe it is. I haven't looked lately or recently, so I'm not quite sure. I would have to look it up again, but I believe there is a new law.
It had something to do with statute of limitations. I think.
Yeah.
But I did also hear what Titch said, that it was sexual assault and not sexual
Well, that's what I read. Someone put that up on Twitter the other day. Who?
Yes, Jules, you hear Ja. Sorry, Titch.
It's okay. Someone put that up on Twitter not that long ago, like basically saying that it was the law that people were discussing, that they were worried that it would essentially give Wade and James ammo to chat shit. Essentially, they were.
Well, not James.
It wasn't really relevant.
It was just for Wade because James is already past 40, and
Yes,
it would
yeah.
only apply to Wade because he's not 40 yet, so he would be held by it. So I thought already when I heard about that, oh, that must be why he's appealing and why it's he keeps asking for delays and stuff like that. But
I think he's probably trying to figure out if the law applies to him, which what someone put on Twitter, like the law. I don't think the law necessarily would apply to him, but it's hard to understand. So it's right now it is just a wait and see kind of situation, because you can never tell what him and his little bitch ass lawyers are going to try and do.
Right. Yeah, Scylla, yeah, that's it. Governor Newsom signed it. The new law, it goes into effect January 2020.
right,
Mm.
and his
Nicole just said something. She said James would still possibly benefit because they are waiving the age restriction for 3 years first.
oh, okay. I don't think it's gonna help them. I don't think it's gonna help them because they don't have a case, so it doesn't matter. It might be benefiting them if they actually had a case. You know, if they were actually abused by him, they might be benefiting from this. But this law is not going to change anything about their case. They still don't have any evidence. So
It's also not going to change the fact that the reason why it was first dismissed and thrown out was because they had emails from Wade emailing himself, trying to, come up with a story to make things up himself. So I don't know why he keeps trying to apply for extensions on this.
I mean, the reason as well, hugely, that it was thrown out is because essentially he was found in contempt of, in like that to not be credible because he stated that he did not know the estate existed, which is pretty much is one of the main reasons it was thrown out, because he lied about the fact that he said that he didn't know the estate existed when evidently he freaking did because he was trying to get a job with them.
Right.
And to be honest, the credibility of their wannabe evidence or whatever it is didn't even really get scrutinised that intently because it didn't even get that far because they didn't even deem him credible enough to take it that far in terms of things, because he'd lied about the estate even existing in his head. So it's just, the guy's just a fucking idiot, really.
Someone mentioned has anyone noticed about how Wade is physically looking with his appearance now?
Oh,
looks
mate,
like
he does look
shit.
rough.
He looks so gaunt and so rough, and I think the whole charade, he's completely getting to him physically because he knows he's lying, is eating away at him completely. So yeah, he's looking completely different now, and I subscribe to his new Groove with Wade thing just to kind of get some just see what he's doing on there, and the videos
you're
that
paying
he's
$20 a month.
Shh.
Well, someone has to do it to keep an eye on him, but holy
Exactly,
shit. Yeah.
But yeah, he's not looking so good, and the things that he's putting out there, I mean, Groove with Wade, not really anything to do with dance, and his logo as well. Somebody pointed out the fact that the logo isn't his own. He's just basically copied and pasted from an actual traditional old symbol.
He got a stock photo, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, a stock photo of like some kind of tribal meaning of the actual handwritten circle that represents something or other. He's just really kind of losing his grip, I think. And I think all of this Leaving Neverland garbage is actually really starting to get to him now. And I think at some point he will crumble. People thought James Safechuck would be the first to go, but...
Oh, he's a sneaky little shitbag, him, isn't he?
A language.
Sorry. It's like, oh, come on. It's like freaking midnight, man. If kids aren't in bed, they should be.
But no, I think he will be... everyone thought James would be the first to crack, but I mean, recently with everything that's going on with Wade, I reckon he will be the first to go. I think the weak point is some people are trying to get to Joy, trying to get her to fess up, which is his mum.
Mm-hmm.
She's like kind of backtracking a little bit. I saw something
Is
on
she?
Instagram. Yeah, she a friend of something or other mentioned the Instagram post got taken down, but somebody said,
Oh, I heard something about that.
yeah, she was screenshotted saying to a friend that the whole thing was starting to get too much for her to deal with because she still loves Michael. So if
Oh,
people
good Lord.
We've said
Well,
that
yeah.
from the beginning. She was in
Yeah,
love
but
with
come
Michael
on,
Jackson.
Like, come on, babe. Like, you, like, oh, come on, really? So you're going to go along with this whole charade and then be a
Money.
level of dumb. No, wait, be a level of dumb that you're going to go through all of this and then say to your pal, I still love him. Like,
well, I think it was Wade. Her meal ticket to fame was Wade. So whatever Wade does, his sister Chantel and his mum, they just follow because they're both in love with Wade and what they think Wade can bring fame wise. And I think that's the only reason why they both play along, so much. I don't really think that they want to. They don't feel comfortable. I just think they just do it because,
Well, I think when Taj said that he basically ran into Chantel at that party, yeah, and she put her head down. Now, real talk, like if it was my brother and I thought, like by that point, Wade had already made his allegations, long ago, so it wasn't new. So I wouldn't be putting my head down in shame. I'd be like, mate, if I genuinely thought that someone had hurt my brother, I would be like, you put your head down in shame because I'm not putting mine down.
Someone just mentioned about what we think about the Judge Wu. So we were just talking about that before we went live, about the judge seems to have kind of U-turned on his initial decision.
Which I believe is strange.
Yeah,
I
really
believe
weird.
It's strange. A lot of conspiracy theories there saying that maybe someone got to the judge and kind of give him a bit of a cash out.
Well, if you it depends on how you look at this. If you believe that this is just an action from Wade and James, then you might think, no, bullshit, conspiracy theory.
Wasn't it the judge that recommended they apply for a stay?
Anti-slap.
Yes.
That's it, an anti-slap, but it wasn't actually HBO who applied for it or suggested it. It was actually the judge who recommended it, which is unusual.
Weird. But he recommended they do it, so it delayed it even further. And then went against them anyway and said it doesn't apply, and then went in the estate's favour, and then did a massive U-turn. To me, like, again, it goes back to the Epstein thing that we've just talked about. We all knew from day dot, when you looked into this, even a little bit, even the least of conspiratorial fans, like, saw that there was something deeper here. There's something dodgy going on. Everyone can tell it. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they're giving all this time, all this effort to promoting Leaving Neverland. Even still now, they're trying to make digs left, right and centre. But they're not acknowledging, like, Prince Andrew. Like, they do some bullshit, like, BBC interview where he says that he can't sweat because he got PTSD. And all this kind of stuff. There's something deeper going on here. And the judge just doesn't randomly U-turn on the decision he's given in a complete, like, 180.
Well, but people should realize. People always tell me, "Oh, you're such a conspiracy theorist, and you think everything is a conspiracy." And no, I think everything is one conspiracy. I think it's all linked, and I think that if you start looking into all that stuff that's going on, that eventually you get to the same. Because now with Epstein, you see that the British royals, are included, and who was best buds with Michael Jackson and called him every night was Diana. So, I do think that you have to look deeper into it, and just a judge that they might have gotten to is peanuts for them. Get what I mean? For people who think, oh no, a judge would never do that. Yeah, they would. So,
yeah, I mean, I think you just got to look at the history of like judges are still people. Judges are still people. They're not suddenly perfect just because they're a judge.
Right.
But don't you think it is strange how right at the start everyone was kind of filled with a little bit of false hope, because he was looking like he was going to go in the estate's favour, and literally out of nowhere he has done a massive U-turn. He's recommending things to HBO with the anti-slap that he actually really shouldn't be doing in the first place. It's not his place to do that. And he's also said that he kind of thinks he was premature in his first in his, what's that word, Susa? In his first conclusion with the estate's
His
siding,
ruling.
kind of. Yeah, that's it. That he was premature in his ruling in favour with the estate, which, I mean, that
For the
doesn't make any
arbitration,
sense,
right.
because all the stuff that has been put forward thus far goes in the estate's favour in the first place. So he was right on the ball and on track with siding with the estate. So the fact that he's doing this now makes no sense at all.
No.
And it's obvious something here is going on, because the things that were quoted, and it's Charles Thompson. So if you're on Twitter, check out Charles Thompson. He actually was in town.
Thompson.
the day
No
of the
P.
hearing.
No P.
Oh,
Thompson.
Thompson.
Charles
All right,
Thompson.
so just because you got a sad emoji.
I'm just making it very clear that it's Charles Thompson without a P.
But go and
The
check
P
out
is
his Twitter. He
silent.
was there in court that day, and he's kind of written up a transcript of everything that was said from the judge and either side. So go and check it out and see. You can just keep yourself updated on what's going on with the court case, and you'll see just how completely much of a U-turn that this judge seems to have made. He seemed really unbiased at the start, and now something has changed drastically, which is not going to really look good for the estate at all.
But do you know what? I think their whole thing is they want to delay this as much as possible. So I think realistically, right, if you just look at the basics of it, a contract existed and a contract was broken. It's that simple if you break it down. Now, the judges try to make it sound really complicated and stuff, but there are simplicities to it. It's just his decision to make, and I think he made the decision. I think then made it very abundantly clear they weren't happy with that decision, and now it's about buying time, because HBO don't want public arbitration. They really don't. And
of course,
and
that public arbitration means that we will get to find out who exactly funded and was behind this documentary.
Right.
Absolutely, which is why they don't want it.
A last minute
Exactly.
thing that as far back as 2016-17 that this was actually already started to be in production and in the works. It was already in the early stages. So
Yep.
we know that this is a premeditated documentary, mockumentary, whatever it is. We know it wasn't just a random thing that just got done. This has been planned, and we all know by now that it was obviously clearly quite a smokescreen to cover up the Harvey Weinstein scandal, because has anyone heard about Harvey Weinstein other than when he did that comedy thing as well recently? But it's just...
Yeah, and the girl got booed off the stage. So it just goes to show how much, he's still protected. That all this stuff has come out. Look, I'm not one who I do advocate for automatically believing accusations, but when you've got 80, probably at least one of them is true. So it gets to a point where it's like, okay, the dude's off dodge, and he was known to use a screen, and exactly as you said, Nina, that's what has happened. And my biggest thing that I say to people is, if it was made in 2016, 2017, who's paying Dan Reed's bills in that time?
CIA.
So who the hell was paying his bill? Okay, who the hell was paying his bills for him to just focus on that? Okay, you sound like you're doing that thing. It's in the game. It's just weird.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Hashtag Epstein.
Hashtag.
Okay, cool. Just ask yourself two questions. One, who was paying Dan Reed's bill for the last 3 years? For it to start in 2016 and not come out until 2019, got a question. That's weird. And B, why was it shelved? Why was it shelved? There was no reason why they couldn't have brought this out years ago. And I think the reason it was shelved is because of me and you have talked about this, Susa, as well. It was being kept until they considered the best moment. And what's the best moment? Get everyone talking about Michael. No one focuses on Epstein, on Weinstein, on any of the steam. And
if you look back to the allegations, there was always something else going on within either Hollywood or politics, with child sexual abuse, sex rings, pedo networks, shit like that. Every time that Michael was accused of something, there was something else going on. It is like
Every single time.
If I'm gonna accuse that weird black guy over there, they're not gonna look at my shit over here.
Exactly.
absolutely.
Ding, 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 ding.
But it did come out in papers that it showed that Harvey Weinstein paid to have fake stories.
Doesn't
about
matter.
Michael
It doesn't
Party.
matter. It's the damage.
The narrative's been going on too long. That's the thing. They've been doing this. Word, Susan, what word you like to use it? Like they've been indoctrinating people to think Michael's just a weirdo for like decades.
Mm-hmm.
You can't erase that just from one article where it shows obviously that Weinstein was paying for it. You know, Charles Thompson even said in a podcast, I believe it's in a podcast, that he knew me. Sorry,
You need a new lighter, girl.
sorry. They're from the pound store. What do you want from me, man? I lose lighters like no one's business. I'm not buying any expensive. He said that I think it was Charles, someone anyway. I think it was Charles. Knew someone who worked at a major British publication, and they would come in the morning and be like, right, okay, what Michael Jackson stories can we put out today? You know, even if it's bollocks, you know. So the indoctrination's been going on for decades. One article, no matter how, you know, it's like the whole Gloria Allred thing. She was shown to be an absolute fucking bitch. Excuse my French. Sorry, Nina.
Oh, she's a cunt.
And her daughter, Lisa Bloom, and
That's
Gloria
coming
Allred.
around big time.
Yeah,
Big
but this
time
is the
coming
thing as
back
well.
around.
Now, how long is it? So people weren't buzzing about it for that long, and
Oh, yeah,
then
that died
it
down
kind of
really
just
quickly.
exactly. Whereas now,
Yeah.
still, I'm sorry. Every time I see this thing on Twitter, when people are like, "Just watch Leaving Neverland," I'm like, "No, you fucking didn't. Where did you watch it? Where did you? What are
A
you
lot of the
talking
people
about?"
that were retweeting and sharing the Gloria Allred stuff, there's been a lot been shadow banned. So your tweets
Yeah.
and everything won't show, it won't count as in the trending and stuff like that. They even did Twitter even purposely misspelt Epstein cover up.
Yep.
So that the hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself wasn't showing on the trending or
Yep.
moving up higher, even though it was being retweeted so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, how can you muck that up? How can you? That was so obviously done.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
Yeah,
it's
here
just
Janet
getting-
says that Epstein case in 2005 was going on same time as the MJ case. And in 2000 or in 1993, it was that Sundance guy who worked with Weinstein and shit like
Who's
that.
just been done now?
Yeah, he's been done now, but that was going on in 1993. So that's what I meant with earlier when people calling me conspiracy theories, you see conspiracy and everything. No, I think it's all one. It's all connected. All those motherfuckers are connected to this, and they use him as a scapegoat because he's an easy target.
Yeah, because of he dared to want privacy and he dared to want to be different in public to different different in private. Like, I mean, I haven't met Michael, so I can't comment on who he is as a person, but those who have met him just say he's completely different to what to what the public thought he was. And God forbid he should have a public persona and then a private persona. I mean, God forbid. Like, people going batshit when say that he smoked because they're like, no, he wouldn't do that. It's like, we only know about celebrities to an extent what they want us to know, because if they have the right to privacy. But unfortunately, because Michael was so wanted by the paparazzi and by everyone, because he was such an enigma, that allowed people to create their own
That
word.
also worked in Michael's favour, the fact that he was the most famous person on the planet, because it also contradicts the timeline that Wade and James put in the documentary, because everybody knows where Michael Jackson was in the world at that time. He wasn't even at Neverland Ranch when Wade said he was there 14 times. In the 14 times that Wade claims that he was abused by Michael at Neverland, Michael was only in attendance there 4 times.
Which is the same thing with our Visvo. I can't say that.
Viso.
I hate our Viso people. I hate those. I hate that damn name.
Evil
But
like a little snake.
It's the same thing with them. Majority of the time that they said Michael was there, Michael wasn't even in the fucking country. So come on. I mean, everybody knew.
speaking of the Arvisos, I saw actually on, and I haven't seen the. I just want to, put this out there. I've not seen the register myself. But did anyone see that? Apparently, on Gavin Arviso's having a baby, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, on his wife's baby registry is a onesie with a motif of Michael on it.
Yep.
I haven't seen it, but
saw
a lot of people have seen. Have you seen it, Jar?
Yeah, I saw it. They took it down really quick.
Yeah, they took it down like real quick. Apparently, like just a serious question. Like, why, if you as a parent,
You wouldn't. That's the thing. That's why you can't make any
Joy
sense of
Robson
it
did
like
it,
that.
didn't
because
she?
you wouldn't.
She was caught liking pro Michael fan pages on Facebook, and then when she got caught, like after Wade made the allegation, she was caught liking pro Michael pages, and then when it got put out there,
By
she
Ziegler,
then deleted all of it. It's like the hypocrisy of it all. It's just ridiculous, and people just don't see it.
Right.
Yeah,
I think because they choose not to see it. Not that
Yeah.
they don't see it. They choose not to see it.
But I think also, Jar, it's like as well, as humans, we don't want to necessarily question the status quo because you get accused of being a conspiracy theorist or of accused of being a cult or a crazy stan. And it's like, hang on, no, I'm just being logical. You're the
Right.
one who's not.
Yeah,
Right.
you're just asking certain questions that you need an answer to, which are
Yeah.
very reasonable questions.
Right.
So I had a debate with a guy the other day on Twitter, like last week, and he was just saying, "Oh, come on, like, you can't say that he never did anything, like, all this kind of stuff." And I'm just like, because he slept in a bed with kids, he had so many opportunities, and I'm like, and I said to him, I can say that because it's logical to pause and look at the facts, and also someone can be with children 1,000 times. Like, I can sleep next to a child 100 nights in a row, and that child could be freaking naked, and I still wouldn't do anything because it's not in me to do that. I don't
Right.
want to. I'm not interested. Opportunity is not the same as having the intention.
Oh, no.
We all have the opportunity to
Right.
do nefarious things all the time in our lives. We have that opportunity. It's in front of
Right.
us.
The Duchess.
It's there.
The Duchess. It is. I am Ja Parks, not Joe, but yes, it is Ja Parks that's on at the Duchess. And no, I am not Giovanni Jackson for the millionth
Time. Yeah, it is that when you look at the screen, the font that I put the names in, the A actually looks like an O, so that's probably why.
Oh, okay. I just realized that.
Yeah,
It's your fault, Susan.
that's always my fault.
It's
Blame-
John, not Joe.
Blame Sousa. Blame Sousa. It's good. It's my name. It's not my name anyway, so blame it on Sousa. Always good.
Yeah. No, I know, Duchess. I'm pretty sure you do know, but I've been accused of what do you call it, Susan? Portraying Giovanni Jackson.
Imitating.
Yeah, when I had the name before her because she's like a year younger than me. Hello.
She's younger than you?
I think she's like a year younger than me, or like maybe a couple of months. I think we were both born in '73. I'm not quite sure.
Wow, 73. You're old. You're old, You're old.
But I still look good.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. You have some. I saw some. You guys were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt. But I saw.
Love you too.
I saw a good question somewhere in the chats.
There's one here from Hannah Thomas, which is, what are your thoughts on Lynn Nottage for the MJ musical?
Lynn Nottage is
Nottage
it's the one that
won
thinks
it.
that he's guilty, but she's
Yeah,
handling
she
his
wrote in an
musical
article.
anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have an opinion, really.
Alicia made a really, really, really sarcastic, kind of condescending response. to
She
a
can
fan
be
emailing
very
her.
good at that.
She was really cold about that. She was like, really in defence of Lynn Nottage being still in charge of the musical. But I mean, I think for the image of the estate, especially with his innocence being so important right now, to have someone like that, she made a monumental cock up by saying what she said. Those comments were you know, I know she's got her credits, Lynn Nottage, but she shouldn't have made them statements at all and still be involved in the project. The estate, I think, are making a big mistake by keeping her on board with this. But
I don't understand the logic or their lack of, to keep someone who's publicly said that she essentially believes Leaving Neverland to write a story about his life.
I don't see why the whole musical thing. Maybe I'm not big enough of a stan, but what is this musical gonna, except for forking in money for the estate, what is it gonna do for his legacy?
I don't see how it's any particularly different from Thriller Live, but I don't know. So I don't know. Nina, what have you heard about it, Jar? Anyone?
Thriller Live, the Thriller Live is actually really good, and it's had a long run and it's moving theatres now. But that was run by Adrian Grant. Adrian Grant, who initially set up the Michael Jackson World Network fan club. He got set up by the Prince's Trust Fund, which Michael Jackson actually contributed to. So it's interesting, Susan, that you say it was all connected and linked. Obviously, Prince Charles is the brother of Epstein didn't kill himself friend Andrew. On a roll. But no, yeah, he started out because he got a grant to set up a fan club, Michael Jackson fan club, and he worked with Michael, met with Michael many times, and I think Thriller Live is more of a tribute experience to Michael's music rather than the musical, the MJ musical that Lynn Nottage is involved in is more of a story about
biographical.
Michael. More biographical rather than Thriller Live just being a celebration of the music interpreted in a kind of different way.
Okay. I also don't see what the difference is in terms of what it's going to give people, like, because
the fans want more. It's not about what you think it's going to give. There's a serious lack of anything MJ out there for us. I mean, the shows that they're doing, MJ1 and everything.
I see that, but what they're doing with this is actually doing something the fans already know and have seen him do, but then be done by someone else. I think the fans would rather have a new album.
Yes.
Because there were supposedly hundreds of songs in the vault, yet all we get is some crappy albums. One album, he didn't even sing half of it. So there was not a Dangerous 25. Where's the Dangerous 25 one?
Never going to happen. John Branca's already said that. He's been asked that so many times. He said it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
But I guess that's what my question is as well. Is like, why not?
It's not even a dangerous. At this point, it's a Dangerous 26. It's not even a Dangerous 25. So people need to stop saying we want Dangerous 25. Well, it's now Dangerous 26.
No, but I know it's never gonna come. But why aren't they releasing music? Because I think that's what the fans want. They want new music.
That's what the fans want. But it was somewhere. It was can't remember where. I think it might have been Latoya that said it. I'm not too sure who said it, but that nothing would be new released because Michael was such a perfectionist. Jar, you'll know this, you would have experienced what he was like. I mean, he was such a perfectionist. Anything that he's not alive now to finish and put out there, he wouldn't put out there because he wouldn't be happy with it. So I don't really disagree with the fact that they're not going to bring out new music because Michael's not here to complete it. He was such a perfectionist. He'd be spinning in his grave right now if they released a whole new set of songs on an album that he didn't give the okay to.
That I get, but what they could do, which I think would have a great impact, in my personal opinion, is like videos, like HD versions of his stuff, of his concerts,
because
and stuff
those
like that.
videos are crap quality. All of them.
They are.
Crap
all of them.
quality.
So
they
stuff
must
like
have
that, even
good
fans
stuff.
would be delighted.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually
so
bought a
tough.
DVD with his short clips, short films and shit, because I thought that it would have been remastered. It was all the old junk. And that's what I mean with go fix something like that. That's what people want to see. I like musicals. I just don't see how this is gonna. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that, but I don't see why it has to happen. Period.
I'm not against it. I just don't fully see what it's going to do, especially when you have someone at the helm writing it who thinks Michael's guilty.
Right, exactly. So, I don't know what they're up to with that.
That's more so.
I have to disagree here with I Hear Voices, who says Dangerous was his last great album.
I saw that too, and I disagree.
Nuh-uh.
I mean, have you listened to Invincible? Like,
listen to History?
Okay, like, come on. There are some gems on Invincible. Some gems.
It's one big gem.
Some really good clues as well with some of the things that he was trying to change in the industry. If you listen to Privacy particularly as well, it's just everything of what he's going through. I think Invincible actually was probably some of his best music.
Yep.
Some of his best music.
Yeah.
And even though I was just saying about him putting out songs,
there was a reason they banned it. They tried to bury it
because he was in dispute with Sony at the time.
That not just that. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, he is
right.
It's pretty clear why they didn't want that album to be popular and out there and people singing all that, because people don't even know. If you ask new fans about Threatened, which is really my favorite song,
such a creepy song,
they have no clue. And it's so good. It's so good.
But I feel like History gets lost in this mix. Like, History's got some of his most kind of raw stuff on it. Definitely. Like, he was so pissed. He was like ripping the shit out of everybody, and he was not here for it. And
that came after the Tom Sneddon stuff as well.
Yeah, but that was like, I felt like that was more of the real Michael. Like, that was more of the person as opposed to just the artist. Like, that was a dude who had been like fucked with and was like, I'm done taking your shit.
Yep.
And, you know, like, so have to highly disagree. Dangerous was his last great album.
Okay, no. Are we going to talk about... I'm just bringing this up because I saw that in the MJ Innocent WhatsApp group that Janet had... what's that fucker's name?
50 Cent.
50 Cent on the VIP stage.
I don't think that's shade. Yeah, but I didn't see that as...
when she shaded him?
No, she didn't shade him, Jar. I think people are taking it as shade because obviously I really don't think she's taking it as shade because she's every famous person that have been at her concerts recently, she's put in her Insta stories and tagged them in them. She's done it with Brandy. She's done it with so many people. Right. So I just think she's just on her tour. Any famous person that's attended, she's just kind of put in her Instagram story and
I didn't know if she did or not. I just, like I said, I've been out of the loop, so that was the story I saw.
There was a bit she was doing the Scream duet and it was Michael's part or it panned to the image of Michael, and then the person recording doing her Insta stories turned to 50 Cent with an awkward looking grin on his face, and then that was at the point that
he looks awkward any damn way.
Exactly, but I don't think people thought that Janet was throwing shade at 50 Cent because of his recent comments, and I don't think Janet was throwing shade genuinely. I just think she was, because she weren't the one that was posting it. She was.
I think the person posting it was throwing shade.
Right.
No, I still don't think that. I'd like to think it was shade, but until I hear from herself that it was shade, I don't believe it, because she's been doing the tours and she's been tagging every famous person that's been seeing her shows exactly the same way as 50 Cent.
I see it, and I absolutely agree with you, but there was a question in the same WhatsApp chat: are we going to bitch at Janet for this? No, I don't think that's necessary, but I do think that we should
Why would
be
you
allowed...
bitch at Janet?
No, for having that on her Instagram, and I don't care what she has on her Instagram, but no, because if someone else would have done it, fans would have gone nuts, but if Janet does it, you know, it's not a big deal. And I do believe, when I look at that, Janet, why I know she didn't post it herself probably, but at least I would have told, as if it was my brother, I would have said, get that motherfucker off of my Instagram page.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I would have
not
done.
even have him there. Kicked him out of the venue. Janet.
But he was on tour with her. He was part of the tour.
He
That's
wasn't
even
on tour
worse.
with her. He wasn't on tour with her. He was on tour in the same place as her at the same time. He was doing his own show. He wasn't on tour with her. He was just doing his own show. And when he finished his shows, he went to see Janet perform because he was in the same location at the same time.
I do know, though, that I don't think they are always 100% aware of what we hear, because we're here. We don't have a life. We're just on Twitter and Facebook all day, every day. So we see that. So, I mean, there might be a chance that she never saw that or heard that, what he said about him.
I think she might know because it was widely publicised because Paris had responded to it.
Yeah, but I don't know how much they talk, Janet and Paris. I don't think that was a very good combination back in 2010 even, or 9.
Right. Good night to whoever's going to bed. I see everybody saying good night, good night.
So I'm not so sure if they actually talk a lot. So I'm not sure if Janet knows, but if she knows, I think, yes, we can say, Janet, you should have just got it off of your Instagram. What is that ugly motherfucker doing on your Instagram?
Right.
It's your brother. Come on.
Let me play the devil's advocate for a minute. Who gives a fuck? I mean, honestly, I'm sorry. Who cares? I mean, if she had him on there, it's fucking Instagram. Who cares? At this point, like, I'm sorry. I just, it's like do the Jacksons have to be on their P's and Q's about every freaking thing that happens? Come on. Like, let it go.
Oh,
That's how I feel. No, not you. I'm just saying, period. Like, if it's on there and she knew about it, so the fuck what? If it's on there and she didn't know about it, so the fuck what? Who cares?
I sometimes think that some people, and this is not aimed at anyone on this call at all, but I see some people in the way they talk on Twitter about Michael's family, and I just sometimes think, we don't know anything that goes on in that family. Like, we don't have a clue. Like, I can say what I would feel about things and stuff and that, but like some of these people that I've seen, they're like, oh fuck Janet, like I'm cancelling Janet, like fuck her, and I'm just like, she doesn't care about her brother, she never has, and I'm like, what the
that's
fuck?
Bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
That kills me. It kills me. It's like, how do you know caught up in other people's families, including the Jacksons, that we just what we think is the truth? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
To quote Taj, right, as he said, like, unless it's Michael Jackson, like, you wouldn't constantly scrutinise a family unless it was the Jacksons people. Right. Like, just leave them be. Like, I don't know the shit. Like,
no, I know. I'm just saying that because they brought that up in that WhatsApp chat, I do believe that we should be allowed to say, Janet, why would you have that on you? Come on. Take it out.
I don't think it's a big deal. I think everyone's just trying to look onto something. As I said, if you're following Janet, if you're following her Instagram, even on Facebook, her stories on Facebook, she's on tour. She's promoting herself at the moment. Any famous person that is a guest at her show, she's tagging. It just so happens that 50 Cent is one of them, and 50 Cent just had something useless to say. She's not actually doing it to say, to shade him, or she's not doing it to annoy fans. It's just another person.
No, I know, but I'm just looking at myself as a person.
Yeah.
If Michael was my brother and I was Janet Jackson, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. I would have been spending my money, but I would have not allowed that motherfucker on my Instagram.
Right. Well, see,
not even for my promotion or whatever.
I hear what you're saying. If it was me, if I can speak for me,
just to be certain, I'm not bashing Janet at all, because I don't think she put it on there. I just think if it's your brother, just take it down,
Right. Yeah, right. I mean, what I was getting ready to say, it was, if it was me, if I was in her shoes or whatever, if I was her, yeah, probably I would pay more, closer attention to my social medias or what have you, so that anybody that has anything against my brother, no matter what our relationship was, because at the end of the day, guess what? That's still my brother.
Right.
Everybody goes through whatever they go through with their siblings. That does not matter, and it's nobody else's business. However, they're in the limelight, and it is what it is. No, I wouldn't have, people that talk shit about my brother or my sister or whomever on my social media. No, I wouldn't. But at the same time, we cannot fault that woman for not following every single little thing. And whatever it is, who's to say that she even knows?
Yeah,
Who's
well,
to say
that's
that
what
she
I'm
didn't pay
saying.
attention?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe she doesn't even know because she had Paris. I think Paris was standing for Nikki Six on her Twitter or something. Well, he said the most horrible shit about her dad.
Right.
So
Paris stands for like not that long ago said something like pro Paul McCartney, and people were like, oh, like we will exhaust ourselves if we try and like digest and figure out why
yeah,
anyone's doing anything.
the point is that we assume that they pay as much attention to everything as we do, but they have let that go years ago because she can't. If you're a Jackson, you can't pay attention to it all.
You never talk to fucking anyone,
Right,
if you paid attention to everyone. No, but it's more so for me. The thing I was pointing out is I think it's ridiculous when people were like cancelling her and saying she never cared about her brother. Like, fuck off with
that's
that
fucking
shit, man.
bullshit.
Like,
Right.
And sorry to branch off of what y'all said further. I was like, let's play devil's advocate. Like let's just say hypothetically she knew. I'm not saying that she knew. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Jan. But maybe she's taking a higher road. Like, yeah, I know that you talk smack about my brother on the socials, but if you're part of my concert, you're going to be on there, and I'm going to handle my business with you behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Could
Maybe
be.
that too. Yeah.
but I just don't. Yeah, I just don't think it should even be a really big deal. Like, she's still got her life to live. Like, you know, she can't
Right.
spend 24/7 of her life defending Michael because she'd be defending him all the time, and she wouldn't be able to breathe.
Right.
You know, there's always someone coming for one of the Jackson ways.
Yep.
Sousa, someone is asking a couple of times about what we think of Razor Fist, and you and
I think
Sousa, are
Razor
big
Fist is
fans.
Love
fucking
him.
awesome.
He's so
I want to
funny.
marry him.
You know his.
Uh,
You want to
Jar,
marry
I've got some
him?
news for you. I've got some news for you, Jar.
Oh, wait, Ja.
Yes,
you
I want to
would marry
him.
Razor Fist. Have
I
you
would.
have you seen
Yes, I
Razor
have.
Fist other videos?
What? No, I haven't.
They're just
I didn't.
gaming.
Oh,
I
well,
didn't-
don't
I didn't
watch
say-
them then because you might
I didn't-
change your mind.
I didn't
You might
say.
be getting
I didn't say I
divorced
would
real
have.
quick.
I didn't say I would have sex with him. I said I would marry him. Just off of. Just off of the.
Walking that fine line there.
You do know that he's a big Orange Man Bat supporter, right?
Okay, then I would divorce him.
Yes. No, Razor Fist is awesome, but his political rants are fucking genius. Because
Oh,
people
God.
are always talking about the mic, which are great. I love them, all three of them. But check out his other videos too, because they're genius. They're really good. They're really
Y'all
good.
watch the one he did about Epstein?
Oh,
I love
yep,
that one.
yep. He has
And
a
he
good
goes
one.
at the end, he goes, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yep.
Oh, Nina, Nina, you're up.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
Can't have you missing an opportunity then. Nina.
Falling asleep.
I knew you were. That's why I tried to get you back involved.
Brad said, so if 50 Cent had a child, would he name him Quarter?
Well, 50 Cent's not really 50 Cent. He's fat and ugly as hell, so do we call him a whole dollar?
Oh god,
What?
that's
You gotta adjust
funny.
for inflation on the scale, you know.
All I remember, you know, when you read stories, and I'm not saying, you know, I know tabloids chat shit, but I remember reading a story about 50 Cent, like yonks ago, when I was in doctors, like waiting to go in, and there was a crappy paper, and some girl who had hooked up with 50 Cent said that he was just like really drippy in the bedroom, and he was just like being really like cringe. And ever since then, even before this whole Michael thing, every time I see him, I just think, oh, you're cringe.
Hey, speaking on that,
you talk
this
real
is
crap
going
during
on
sex.
Yes, Jennifer, he does. That's why I said that Ja would
Well,
probably
you
change
know
her mind.
the reason 50 Cent talks the way he does, because you know he got shot, I think like 15 times or something like that, and one
Yeah.
of them was in his jaw, and it shattered his jawbone, so his mouth was wired shut for, I forgot how long it was. So that's the
Not
reason
long
why
enough.
he talks. That's the reason why he talks the way he does. As you can see, he doesn't really. He talks through his teeth like this.
Yeah, he talks through his teeth. He's kind of like,
I'm like,
like
you know, I mean, I don't know how Vivica Fox, you know, dated him for her to be the woman she is. How
apparently a part of it's also in his tongue.
yeah,
Still, and it's, as he puts it, it's great for sex.
shit. Oh, sorry.
I still can't get over that Reddit thing that was about him.
What? I'm
I
sorry,
came
I'm
across
British.
it
I
like
don't do Reddit.
several years ago. Somebody was talking about on Reddit how they hooked up with 50 Cent, and let's just say he had a Vienna sausage, and we're just leaving it at that.
What's a Vienna
Oh
sausage?
yeah,
my
what is a
God.
Vienna
A very
sausage?
small
A
one.
Vienna,
Shall I
a
say.
Vienna sausage is the opposite of anaconda. How about that?
There you go.
Are we talking about like a
Gotta go there.
chipolata? Are we talking about like a
And after
chipolata,
that,
like
it's just
small and
like it's
skinny?
like so much into perspective why he acts like a biatch.
No, but hang on. Are we talking small and skinny? I need to understand. Or are we
Hell
talking like?
no. We're going
I,
way off
I,
track.
I said it is the opposite of anaconda. Aren't
So
anacondas
think
are
about it, he has
big
to use
and
a pair of
long, right?
tweezers
I've
to
been with the
perform. There
same
you go.
man. I've been with the same man for 5 years. I need some help on this situation. I'm used to one penis.
No, we need no
Okay.
help. No help. Let's just change the subject.
Every
Are we
every
talking about a
time,
chode? I feel like we're
every
talking
time.
about a chode.
Talking about no, not that.
Short and stumpy like a
The
teapot.
sexiest men of the year.
Yeah, that's it, Sousa. Get it back on track, girl.
The
Yep.
sexiest man on the year. Who
Oh,
who is
he
on that
blatantly has a
committee?
small cock.
John, I'm not a legend. Come on, how deluded does that boy want to be now? Idris
John
Elba.
Legend is not sexy. I'm sorry.
who
He looks like
picks
a
that?
mouse looks better than him.
He looks like Arthur.
He carries
He
his
does.
girlfriend's ass, right, Ja?
Right.
I'm sorry, but a damn mouse looks better than him. Like if I were to put a mouse in a mouse trap and said that is John
Actually-
Legend, I'm picking the mouse in the mouse trap.
Actually, he looks like a mouse.
I'll go
Arthur.
get a can of peanut butter in the mouse trap.
But didn't they have Idris Elba last year?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
So how do you go from having a fine specimen like Idris Elba?
Well, that was the funny.
alright.
That was the funny meme that was going around. You know, when you order something on AliExpress or Wish,
Oh my God, that was
and it looks
perfect.
so good on the picture, and then you get it, and it's like, Well, that's what
Yeah,
they
what
did
you ordered
with
online
Idris
just
Elba
turns
on one
up.
side, and then as in the picture on Wish, and then John Legend next to it, and when you actually get it.
God,
That's when you
it
say
was-
refund.
But people started getting really aggy. They were like, "Do you say the same about Blake Shelton?" And people were like, "Yes, yes." Blake Shelton, he was like 2017 sexiest man of the year.
Yeah,
and
he
I'm-
look ugly as hell.
Oh,
Like a damn
hell no.
redneck.
No, he
Like
ain't
one of
fit
them
neither.
damn
I just
redneck
want to know
serial
who
killers.
makes these decisions. Do they kind of like just rip up some names, put them in a hat, and then just kind of pick them out and hope for the best?
Who would put his name in any hat?
Well, he's been the media's little bitch so far this year. So
Oh,
obviously he
that's
sucked the right
true.
dick.
That's true. He sucks the right dick. That's
Sorry,
absolutely
sucks
true.
the right appendage.
Did anyone
Sorry, Nina.
see
Appendix?
Tegan?
Appendage.
What? Oh, appendix.
Hanging
He said
glands.
appendix. What?
Yeah, he sucks someone's appendix.
I don't
Speaking
know.
of his
Anyone
appendage
see-
is probably as useful as his
Hold on,
appendix.
hold on. They're getting on to back to the John Legend. There's an interesting tweet that was going around with Chrissy Teigen saying something about liking something about a child. Like it was quite a sexual tweet, but it was about someone young. Susan, I'm pretty sure.
No,
you know.
I saw that Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah,
put up
I've seen it. I've seen it. I don't remember exactly what it
like
said.
years ago, she made like a paedophile joke, didn't she? Like about
No.
fucking kids years ago.
No, it wasn't that. Gosh, your language tonight.
Sorry. Fornicating with underage people.
Thank you.
I'm not used to these lives where I have to bite myself. Like on our other ones, we can say what we want.
Well, as you can see, I still say what the hell I want. So.
Hashtag
But
free
I'm being
jobs.
good. Hashtag fight me.
I think I'll pass. I think you could take me.
Somebody said love of money. Wait, damn it. You see
Brad
it?
agrees with me. He says somebody needs to wash their mouths out with soap. Absolutely, Brad. This is why you're welcome anytime.
My mother tried that years ago. Brad ain't
Hashtag-
work.
Hey, Brad. Hashtag fight me. Leah Jones
I hear-
said love of
oh, yeah.
money and fame will make individuals do anything to be accepted. How do you feel about Oprah and her deal with Apple after asking her dad to participate to bring MJ's name and legacy down?
She asked her dad.
Yeah.
Where's that?
No. Scroll up. Right there. It says
There's no
how do
dad.
you
There's no
feel-
dad.
Yeah. How do you feel about Oprah and her her deal with Apple after asking her to participate to bring MJ's name and legacy down.
Oprah's a witch.
Yeah, don't feel nothing about her. She's just.
All I
drunk.
have to say about that is David Geffen owns a shit ton of shares in Apple, so that should tell you all you need to know.
Exactly. Follow the money.
Steve Jobs is rolling in his grave.
Yep. Apple
And
didn't
why
do
did he
anything
take over
after
from
he
an
died.
old white man.
What? So there was too many. What?
Oh, sorry.
I
Why
said
should we even take
Oprah
Oprah's word
loves
for anything?
herself.
Still too many.
Nina, go.
I said Oprah loves herself, a rich old white man.
Okay, Cassandra, go.
Yeah. Okay. And it's like, this going to go really down the rail, but doesn't nuzzling white men's ears count against her in the Weight Watchers point? Like, you can't lose the weight. I'm just saying.
What was that about Weight Watchers? Bearing in mind, you got a fat girl right here, so just, I'm not ashamed to sit on anyone.
You know what? I gotta go to work.
Yeah, but you're not being paid by Weight Watchers a shit ton of money to promote their shit.
Well, here in the UK, they cut her from the Weight Watchers campaign. It changed from being Weight Watchers to WW, and because of the actual controversy that she caused herself, Oprah, and her unpopularity here in the UK, they took her off and put Alison Hammond, who's a kind of TV personality. She was one of those reality TV stars that they've used her instead.
Alison Hammond is one of the funniest people ever.
She's pretty awesome. She stood on the table and broke it. She's my
That was great.
legend. She fell through it. But no, yeah, they removed Oprah from the Weight Watchers campaign here in the UK and replaced her with...
Yeah, but Oprah's
someone popular.
here in Europe, as far as I'm concerned, no one cares about Oprah at all.
The only people who
Not
seem to
for
care about Oprah
10,
are people
20
who are
years
trying
at
to be
least.
woke. Like, the only people who I see are like...
Yeah, the fake wokes.
Are like white, liberal, woke people. They're the only
And
people I see who
those
are
are
crawling up her ass.
Those are the only ones that care. Because speaking for my own people, we can give two shits this side of Sunday about Oprah Winfrey.
Do you know, I have seen... When you say your own people, you mean black people?
I do.
All right, okay. I see the only black people I see supporting Oprah are blue ticks. Again, woke.
Yep.
It's the woke fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, the lovely Me Too humpers. Oh, wonderful.
Right. Those.
Me Too humpers. Well,
Yeah, that's what I call them. They believe everything just because someone says, oh, hashtag Me Too. It's
yeah,
like,
but you know what? All these people who want to believe everything immediately, and I've said this to some of the men who are very much, oh, he slept in a bed with kids, he must be guilty. I'm like, okay, so if you've ever been alone with a woman, if she accuses you, you must be guilty, because that's the opportunity. You're talking about his opportunity versus intent. All you can prove was that he had opportunity, not that there was intent or action.
Right.
and then they're opening Pandora's box to be accused themselves. It's like, oh, they're in the
Yes.
same room. It's like, okay, so if I put someone in the same room as you, I'm automatically going to say you did something just because you're in the room.
Yeah, I think it just shows as well, a lot of these people who are trying to just be woke, all they're doing is, in my opinion, all they're doing is basically saying that humans cannot be in a room alone without molesting someone. And if you are innocent, it doesn't.
I don't follow Oprah at all because I could never stand her ever. It's like watching Pearl, you know. You can do it for like 2 minutes.
Right, me too.
And then the hairs in your neck start to stand up, and then all of a sudden you find yourself scratching your face with your nails until it bleeds. You know, I have that with Pearl, and I have that same thing with Oprah, so I don't follow her. But has she been saying anything? Because she removed everything from...
No, she hasn't mentioned Michael.
Not at all anymore.
No,
That
the
issue
last
was
thing
always
she did...
disabling comments on her YouTube.
The last thing she did was go to Trevor Noah, who's the new little bitch for the woke movement. Really disappointed because he used to be funny. He did used to
Trevor
be
Noah,
really funny.
is that the one from Comedy Central?
He's the
Yes.
one from South Africa. He used to be really funny, and now he's become a woke little bitch. It's really upsetting.
Let me see who that is.
But she went on, and it was when she said, like, I'll take the hateration. Like, what the fuck? It's not hateration. It's pointing out that you're a hypocritical dick face. Sorry, hypocritical penis face.
Yeah, Trevor Noah's the one from Comedy Central. Yeah, he's a little whiny bitch now.
Yeah, but he never used to be. He used to be, like, so funny, and he used to make great jokes.
There's a lot of people that I thought were really, really funny until they started becoming political for no fucking reason, and
It's like
dude,
someone
just make
offered
your
them-
fucking jokes, you know. I don't need to hear your political opinion. I just want to hear your jokes. I don't think you're funny now anymore. Same with Meryl Streep going all political on stage at some award. Shut up, bitch. You know, act or sing or whatever you want to do, but shut your pie hole. I don't want to hear it.
Oprah started to turn me off when she did that speech. I'm not sure if it was the Golden Globes or the Emmys.
Oh, right.
And she did that really big speech. And
Yep.
then there was lots of people basically saying, hang on, she had something to do with Weinstein. And I was like, oh, hang on.
And
Something's going on here.
A couple of people are talking about she who shall not be named.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pearl?
they're on they're on a diet, can't listen to her nonsense. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Trevor Noah was accused himself, then he changed his tune.
She's pretty quiet lately. She who shall not be named.
Probably a hairdo.
And with Meryl Streep, now, I could be fuzzy on this. If I remember correctly from a video from Razor Fist, yes. Anyway, she was one that was giving Roman Polanski a standing ovation.
Yep.
That's when I lost a lot of respect for her. I was like, no, you're not going to sit there and preach about, oh, sexual harassment is wrong when you were standing up for a pedophile getting a damn award. It's like,
And he was convicted. Like, it's not even like he was just accused. Like, he was convicted. Like, I know there are people who still stand up with Woody Allen, right? And I haven't looked into the Woody Allen case, but what I understand, it's quite messy. And like I said, I haven't looked. I don't know if what your reason, and I'm not taking it away, but there are people who still stand up for him and are like, "Oh, you're cancelled," and I'm like, "Yeah, but he is still accused. There hasn't been any, conviction there." But Roman Polanski was literally fucking convicted. Sorry, literally bloody convicted. Like he and Meryl. I used to massively love Meryl Streep, and I'm gutted. Like, I've lost Meryl Streep. I've lost Bette Midler. I'm keeping Ruth Wilson. I'm locking her in a cage so I don't lose, because she's my last hope of decent actresses that I used to want to be Meryl Streep. I thought she was fucking phenomenal, and now I'm just like, oh. But I've noticed that with celebrities. Is anyone else that celebrities now, like, it's cool to have a political opinion, whatever side of the coin you're on, but it's now like it's their job to be political.
You know with who I have that? With Whoopi Goldberg. I used to love
I still love Whoopi
Goldberg. I can't stand her now. She's such a fucking hypocrite. But she's one of those Me Too'ers sitting there and judging everyone on a stupid table with that joy has no joy in her life, bitch.
And but did she judge Michael?
No. That's,
Whoopi did.
No, that's the only. That's the only.
Joy Behar did.
That's the
Joy
only.
Behar and the rest of them
that's
did.
the only threat I have with Whoopi, that I'm still sort of holding on to Whoopi, because I really used to love her. But
Whoopi is my girl.
Yeah, but she is the one that started talking about it. She has all the big mouth of Donald Trump Jr. was it in there. He called her out on it. All the Me Too shit, and she's the one that said that Roman Polanski didn't really rape that 13-year-old girl.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was all over Twitter. It was about the rape thing, and it went from there.
It was not really rape. The girl was 13. Yes, it was rape.
Yeah, it literally was. Like, she can't give consent even if she wanted to. It's rape.
It's like a grown-ass man should not be having sex with a 13-year-old girl. I'm sorry. That's just
if someone cannot legally consent, it's rape.
Well, I didn't see her say that.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that because I didn't know.
It's out there, So I'm so disappointed in her because I used to love her.
Michael. I will say
that. One said Whoopi cleared that up. What did she say?
Can we?
One.
I don't care if she cleared it up. She said it. In hindsight, you can always say, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't." She said, "I saw her say it." No matter, it's not something that you can clear up that easy with me. When you say it's not rape, when you put your dick in a 13-year-old when you're what 50 or 60.
But
and that is what I have with Whoopi. It's so disappointing because I watched all her movies and I just can't. Joy makes it even worse because I really, really hate Joy Behar.
Joy Behar has always had an issue with Michael.
I'll look it up, Justice. I mean, Duchess. I said Justice. Okay, Duchess. I'll look it up.
But did anyone see the View, like when they were talking about Leaving Neverland? Because that really surprised me, I have to say, because of. Okay, so there was an incident a few months. I can't even remember what it was, but there was an incident where basically something happened, and they were discussing it all over the show, and they were all coming in it, and then it turned out it wasn't that way, and the person they were going in on was actually innocent, and it was the other person's problem, and they all said, "I will never comment on something again like that." And then when Leaving Neverland came, they were all very much like, yeah, he definitely did it. And I was really surprised more so with Sunny Hostin, because as a lawyer, surely you would know that you have to hear both sides of the case before you make a decision.
Yeah, and I think that's the only time. But that's when Whoopi actually defended him.
No, Whoopi wasn't on because she had pneumonia.
Oh, right, that was in the period
She
when
wasn't on. I don't think she would have been quite so gum flappy if she had been.
No,
on.
but I think she did afterwards that she actually defended him. So,
She's
like I
defended
said,
him plenty of times.
that's the only threat I have left with Whoopi. If she stops doing that,
and
then...
Sister Act will always be a threat.
And I just seen in the chat when somebody was asking us what we thought of Meghan McCain. And Hannah, I would love to tackle that question. I can't stand that little fake ass platinum blonde bitch. If you gave me the chance, put the money jar, said, you want to rip her
Well,
hair
damn,
right
tell us how
now,
you really
I would
feel.
take you up on that offer. She's over there going, oh, my
Hey,
father was a veteran.
hey,
she
put emphasis. She put emphasis on that platinum blonde bitch.
And when she's southern, it makes it so much better.
Hey, after you say that, you gotta say hashtag fight me.
That's where I'm at. But in all seriousness, when she was trying to say that her father got in the military on his own merit, and some video exposed that said, no, your father got in the military because of nepotism. And there's people that actually came from military families that did it on their own merit. And that's one thing I cannot stand about her, because she acts like she's so entitled. It's like, to further push the point, it's like, Megan, you didn't get that View job on your own merit. You got it because your father was a damn senator. I don't want to hear, oh, I got it on my own merit. What's your own merit? That you can actually dye your hair platinum blonde? Anybody can do that. Hell, Marilyn Monroe did it. So what's your argument?
But what did Meghan McCain say about Michael Jackson?
That's when she believed it. She was like,
oh, I'm so not surprised.
Yeah, but like.
But seriously, those women on The View, they're experts. Experts.
On the UK version of The View, Loose Women,
Oh.
Carolina Dippin had the balls to say she kind of defended Michael with the rumour thing, to say that there was, until she sees some proof, there was actually no proof. So that was some goodness for the UK.
Yeah. But on The View as well, did you see that other woman? She was one of the main bitches that was like the one with the short blonde hair. I can't remember her name because she's not worth remembering. She's an absolute troll. But she works for The Sun, and she was one of the really mouthiest people.
The View, or I'm talking
no,
about
Loose Women. Let me try and see if I can. Oh, sorry, my brain's all scrambled. Let me try and find. I think I'll try and find her name. She's the blonde woman. And she used to work for The Sun. And actually, Susa, in the thing that I was narrating, very monotonely, I must say, this woman was like one of the main ones. I actually quoted her because she, Nina, I'm trying to find a picture that I could like.
I know who she is, I just forgot what her name is.
Yeah, she's not worth remembering, she's a twat. But she was really like piping up a lot, even during when they were discussing it, and I was like, God, you are still busting The Sun's line. Like, you are such an absolute media servant that is disgusting.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh. It went completely quiet.
Yeah, silent. Leah Jones has just said, Sunny Hostin always speaks hatred towards Michael even after he was murdered.
Who is Sunny Hostin?
Sunny Hostin's the lawyer. She's the prosecutor.
She's the one that used to work with J-Lo years ago. But she's bitter towards J-Lo because J-Lo has a career and she don't. It's really pathetic.
She don't.
Sunny Hostins, yeah, she's a prosecutor, yeah, and she
Let me see. I remember faces. I don't know.
she's
their
also the
names.
one who said that women can hit men, but men can't hit women, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. Like, if a woman's attacking you, hit that bitch.
Okay.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Slap the shit out of her.
Yeah, if a woman's
Self-preservation.
coming at you, I
She's
don't
a
believe in
lawyer?
that. Like, we want equality, that's what equality is. That if you're going at a man, if you step into the ring with a fella and you are 5'1" and you get up in the face of someone who is 6'4" and he don't want to deal with you that day, and you start punching him and he knocks you out, that's your own problem, bitch. Don't lay your hands on anybody, and you won't have a problem. And she was like, "Oh no, that's blaming the victim," and I was just
well,
like,
"How are you a victim? If you see that's, I am
well, that
very,
just goes
very,
to show the kind of person that Sunny is."
yeah, I'm very, very. Well, maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna leave that alone. I told my sons. No, I told my I have a daughter and sons, and my sons. I mean, you know, they know what I went through with my, you know, past or what have you. So I did not raise them to hit women or anything of the sort. Try everything within your means to, you know, leave the situation. However, if you are being threatened and you can't get away, knock that bitch out.
Right.
Period.
Well,
Period.
I think as a guy, you should be careful because you are, most of the time, not always, most of the time, you're stronger than the woman and you can actually do some damage pretty quickly. So you have to be careful, but you can hit the bitch. Come on. If she deserves
My mum and
it.
dad had a rule with that. If whoever of us started or whatever, if I started on my brother and started hitting up on him, he had every right to defend himself. But my mum would always say, however she hits you, hit her back equal because you are stronger. And she, like, you know, yes, she has the right to get it back. But just remember that if she hits you as hard as she can, she'll probably bruise you. If you hit her as hard as you can, you'll probably break something.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone asked, do all of you have any thoughts on the D.L. Hughley show being cancelled? Hughley.
Good riddance.
After he disrespected TJ. I have no clue what kind of show that is, so maybe you guys have...
It's called the
One
D.L.
second.
show. He had a show on, I think it was TV1 here. Are you talking about his talk show that he had on TV1, or are you talking about the actual D.L. Hughley show that was on TV, the sitcom, or the radio show?
His radio show or something, like the show that he was doing. I now have seen a picture of him. I know who he is. He was like mouthing off.
He's the one that I got into it with Susan on when they put me in when they put me in Twitter jail for going off on him and Oprah. Now I got a restraining order. I can't. They took my whole shit because I cussed his ass out. That's that one. That fool.
I applaud you for cussing out the twerp.
Do we have thoughts on it, Karma?
Nope, I have no thoughts at all. Good for him, black motherfucker. But anyway,
you're a racist. You can't say that.
You're damn right.
And I just seen in the chat somebody was asking about Lisa Bloom.
Who?
Oh, fuck that bitch.
Who's that?
Sorry, Nina. It was needed to be said. Lisa Bloom.
Who's Lisa
I'll jump in
Bloom?
on that too.
Gloria Allred's daughter.
Oh, right. I knew that sounded familiar. What did she do? I'm so out of the
Are you
loop on
joking?
some things.
Yeah,
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking.
she's on the same
Right,
page
okay,
as
so-
her mammy bashing Michael when she was the one that defended Harvey with a $900 retainer.
Right.
for
Okay.
2
Yeah.
years.
She looked after Harvey, but also she was the one who, was basically getting people paid off to stay silent about what Harvey did to them, and then she's got the cheek to run around saying she's an advocate for victim.
Isn't Lisa Bloom what's her name's daughter?
Gloria Allred.
Gloria Allred. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck both of them.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
The poison oak.
And Lisa Bloom must not have felt that bad. I mean, I did the calculation. She was getting over $3 some million a year. I mean, she must.
Oh, she doesn't feel bad at all. That woman's got no soul. That woman's got no soul.
I do believe that there are people without a soul. I'm not even
She's one of them.
kidding.
I'm convinced.
I'm coming back, White Hat. I
She
promise.
and Adam
I just
Schiff.
been- I'm sorry.
Someone
I
just
didn't mean
said
to cut
they
you
love
off.
my accent, and that's quite cute. Thank you, Pinky.
White Hat, I am so very sorry. I know I have been MIA from the world of Michael Jackson, period, for a while, but I am coming back. I've been dealing with health situations and working a lot, so that's why I've been away, but I'm coming back, I promise.
I think we all needed a little break.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing as much as usual either, because sometimes it's just getting a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You need a little
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, it does get a bit overwhelming, especially when there's like there's other politics like going on, like within, those defending him and stuff. It's just a bit too much. You need to step away sometimes.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bitches in the community too, that cause drama.
I was trying to be polite.
Well, that's what you meant. Just make it clear for people listening.
I was just trying to be polite.
Let me just touch on this real quick because Brad Martin. Well, just to let you guys know, I've been away due to I was hospitalized, and I have to have surgery. I have some tumors and cysts and all those kind of things that I have to go through. So I'll be popping in and out for the next couple of months, but I will have surgery like in February of next year. So, yeah. But I'm doing okay, but yeah, I still have a long road ahead of me. So just pray for me, guys. Appreciate it. I'm done. Y'all can talk.
Oh.
I was praying for you. I was taking a moment to pray for you, man.
I appreciate it.
You just interrupted the prayer. If it doesn't work now, that's on you.
I appreciate it. I miss you guys too. I promise I will be back. I don't want to commit to it right now because I have my good days and I have my bad days. My good days and my bad days. Ain't that so? I have my good days, my bad days, and my even worse days. So the bad and worst days kind of outweigh the good days right now. So I can't commit to it, but I will be popping in and out for the next couple of months. And after that, then I'll be good. No, I am not Giovanni Jackson. I am Giovanni Parks. I had my name a whole year before Giovanni had hers. Okay? So I'm the original. She's the fake. I'm the original.
God, can you imagine how grim it would be if you were Giovanni Jackson, considering how much you think Michael's hot? Like, that would be so awkward.
That would be gross.
You could not be talking about your brother's anaconda. That would just be awful.
No.
We went off
But
the
no.
rails.
Let's make that perfectly clear, guys. I am not Giovanni Jackson because I have been accused of
emulating.
Her for years. Even though she's been emulating me. But anyway, yeah. No, I am the original. I'm Ja.
Cool.
What's your Twitter handle, they ask?
Oh, on Twitter, okay. I am the owner of Moonwalkers Unite, guys. On Facebook, the group Moonwalkers Unite. So on Twitter, it's at what is it?
Moonwalkers
You
U,
set it up?
I think.
Yeah, I think so. I was about to say, you set it up for me. It's Moonwalkers U on Twitter.
Okay, Susan, someone's just asked, when will you interview Taj again? Loved the last interview. Taj is busy.
Yeah.
He's making a doc.
It's not like we are BFFs or something, that we talk on a daily basis, and that I say, hey, Taj, come on my live. So I don't know. He probably comes on again. Because
yes,
hopefully he'll come on again when he has a bit more information about where his doc is heading.
Yeah. Actually, I've been meaning to get with. See, I even been slacking with. I'm so sorry. Actually, I do have an update for him coming back on with you, Susan. I just haven't had the time to talk. We'll talk about it, but it will be soon, guys. I'll say that it will be within the next month or so. I'll say that.
Well, there
that Taj will be back on.
There you have it. He said last time I invited him back because he had some trouble with setting it up himself. So I said he could always use his channel to go live. So
yeah,
patience is a virtue.
And you know what? The more quiet he is, and the less time he has to do like lives with us, is more time he's dedicating to getting that doc done. So I'm for it.
Yes.
How do
we all want the doc.
How do you guys feel the court will go? Wade, James, HBO. I think Wade and James are going to lose.
HBO ain't got a shot in hell.
I don't know. There's so much corruption. I am not going to say anything.
By the time that it comes to, because this appeal is going to go on for ages. We know this. So I think by the time that it happens, so much will have been exposed anyway that the need for public arbitration may not even be necessary. Is my opinion.
But absolutely possible.
That's what I'm hoping as well. And I think it's safe to say that Nina has sleep.
HBO will take about a year. Isn't it possible that that's gonna be going on now for like 3 years or something?
I don't know if
heard
it's 3 years,
someone say.
but it's at least a year. They said so. I know it sounds silly to say this, but it's something I wouldn't even stress yourselves about now, because if it's going to take so long,
Right.
that stressing yourself about it is kind of like stressing yourself about, when you're a pensioner if you're 15. It's just like, it's going to take so long.
Do we know when Wade and James are gonna have a new date set?
Oh, come on a second. There's something happening on Monday, Wade.
This Monday? Tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. Or today, technically.
Let me say that winged indefinitely. I just put my name up there. It's Giovanni Parks, but I typed it up there for you. As far as you said, somebody asked how we think that court case is going to go with Wade James and HBO and all that. Not sure how that case is going to go. However, and I hate to put this out in the universe because I don't wish death upon nobody, but I have a strong feeling in my bones, and it didn't just come. I've been having this feeling, and then by you guys saying how bad Wade looks lately, I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking that Wade is going to take his life.
Oh yeah, I said that on the previous. Oh, didn't I say that somewhere in a live?
You said that a while back. Yeah, you said that a while back, but it wasn't on this live. It wasn't on this channel. I don't think.
No, I think it was on the other channel that he's gonna suicide himself.
Yeah, yep. Thank you, Duchess. I keep calling to call Duchess Justice.
And while we're touching on the subject of Wade, it's like I could see Wade possibly taking the coward's way out, because he already had part of his past exposed with the touching the girls underneath the nip.
And his own sister.
Yeah, because I sat there, and I'm going to say this again, just so I can say it on the record, because if he touched my niece like that, I would have whooped his ass, and I would have said, you know what, Your Honor, place the cuffs on me. I killed that son of a bitch. I love her.
The southern accent makes it so much fucking better.
I love it.
I will tell you, I don't play when it comes to my niece. Not like that.
Oh, if anyone dared touch my niece like that. Oh, Nina's back.
Nina's back.
Really?
There's a guy on Twitter under Taj's one of I mentioned that there was a leaked YouTube video with footage of Amanda and Wade filming a video on the Neverland Ranch, and underneath Taj actually shared that, and underneath it there's a guy commenting saying that that Wade abused him, and that he's writing a book or he's been living with this for the past however many years. If Susan, Angela, actually, I tagged you in on Twitter. Taj shared that video. If you look under the comments, there's a guy saying that he knows that Wade is not telling the truth because he went through an abuse with Wade and that he's been living with it.
I've seen that. I'm a little bit hesitant.
I'm a little bit hesitant. I don't believe it, but I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Nina, did you tag me or did you tag the project's Twitter?
The project's Twitter.
What did you say, Nina? I didn't hear you. Somebody on Twitter did what?
Basically, there's a guy on Twitter and he's got a YouTube video, and he actually posted the YouTube video. I think it was in September, wasn't it, Nina? Actually,
but
the YouTube video.
Yeah,
do you remember that I talked about that one comment on YouTube that was deleted?
Yeah, of why he was he had the feelings when he had his son.
Well, that
he had those.
That his wife actually caught him abusing their kid. And that is why he made up this whole story about he was abused himself. And
interestingly, the same scenario set up when James Safechuck also had his son.
Right.
And that these two boys are actually infatuated and were in love with Michael.
Oh, here's a tweet from Taj.
Yeah, that specific guy, I'd be a little bit... Because I watched a bit of the video.
Under the retweet. It's under the retweet of the video that Taj retweeted the video, and the comment is in there. He's saying he never had any problems with Taj. That he agreed because he's dealing with his own abuse from knowing Wade. He's a music person. He's like some sort of performer or something. I can't remember his name.
His name's like Bill something. It's like a proper like redneck name, isn't it?
I checked his.
No, but I like. But like, you hear it, you think redneck.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look, Susan, and I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think we should. That one that I watched that guy's video, and if look, I'm not trying to sound really horrible or anything, but I'm not sure because he didn't seem fully right watching it. So I'm very hesitant about that one. I have to say.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brad.
Oh, Lord, Brad.
God, Brad, dude, I'm sorry.
Your niece as in his own kid? How do people do that? Like we were talking earlier, that must be soulless people or something.
Yeah.
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 You know that whole selling your soul to the devil? Maybe he actually takes it out.
Well, I mean, so selling your soul that definitely means you are giving yourself to, to evil.
Right.
That means evil takes over your body.
Yeah.
You are allowing a imp, or a demon to enter your soul. So, yeah, pretty much.
People don't believe that stuff. They think that's fairy tales and horror movies. And
well, guess what? When they close
I
their
believe
eyes,
that's very
I tell you this: when they close their eyes for good, they'll know if it's true or not.
Right.
It's like when people say ghosts are fairy tales. It's like, no. I believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I haven't seen the supernatural with my own eyes, but I have family members that have seen some stuff. And let me tell you.
Well, that's me not able to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a good scary story about
No,
me,
don't.
No,
I'm good. I will hang the fuck up.
That's all right. I mean, the thing is, I know that there's. Yeah, that I know that that stuff exists. However, I do not open it up. Open myself up to that kind of stuff. It's certain.
It's not
scary
good.
Movies and stuff that I will watch, but like that stuff, the satanic, demonic, all that shit. No, so y'all can keep that shit.
Not today.
All
Satan.
I will say to people, not today, Satan. All I will say to people is like,
don't even touch a Ouija board.
Don't do that.
Oh, I will tell you
when
one
you look
story.
into Hollywood. Sorry, when you look into Hollywood, I just really want to say this real quick because I don't want any like I want to look into this. If you start looking into Hollywood and album covers, etc., you will see how satanic.
Oh yeah,
a lot of Hollywood is. It's really fucked up, and you will understand even more why Michael was gone after, and why Michael did some of the things he did.
And why Michael knew what he knew. That's what a lot of people don't.
Thank you,
don't get
Ja.
that part. He knows.
Thank
what he
you,
knew.
Ja.
Period.
I was literally. There are a few people that are after my ass because I was talking. That was one of the reasons why they were bitching about me in that WhatsApp group. Because I was talking to that Richard guy, remember that podcast about satanic ritual abuse and right, and how she was a Satanist, this girl, and so I shouldn't say all that stuff because they were good people, and I was like, no. Okay. And how that all wasn't true and doesn't exist like that because they're just mixing herbs in their garden.
Right. Susan, I'm sorry. Let me cut you off for 1 second because I just got to chill up my spine. Diamond Blue 77, sweetheart, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. No, honey.
And if you are, get out of there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. And if you are, please exit stage left. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
No, don't exit stage left. Blow up the stage. Blow up the stage.
No.
Drop the mic afterwards, right?
Right. Jackson Empire, the one that I was a part of, that I co-owned, that was dissolved years ago. This crap, Jackson's Empire,
it's
is
fake.
a cult. It's a fake. It's a cult. Stay away from it. Get some holy oil. Throw it on your monitor, on your keyboard.
You
Say
need
a
to
whole
burn the
bunch
monitor.
of
That's the case.
right. Say a whole bunch of Hail Marys and fall to your knees and pray to God. Okay.
Forgiveness. Play for fucking forgiveness.
And that goes for anybody else in here that is listening right now. That is under my voice. Leave Jackson Empire right
Run,
now.
bitch, run.
I'm not even in it. I don't even know what it is, so I'm in the clear.
No, I'm not a part of that at all. No.
No, I think they got that part.
So just to clarify, Jar runs it. Yeah, like it's totally Jar's thing.
It's horrible, Dina. It's horrible. Peter Medani, aka Bobby and Robert Anderson
Roosevelt
Jr., aka
Anderson.
Robert Roosevelt Anderson Jr., aka Peter Medani, is
Born
Lucifer.
December 4, 1981.
Yes, is Lucifer
3.
himself. So, if I were
In
you
a
guys,
fatsuit.
I would get away. Get far away. We shouldn't have to say this, but no, he is not Michael Jackson. So
Oh,
please,
good lord.
far, 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 far away.
Can we just elaborate this? I want to just underline it and full stop it. It's so hard.
You want to say it in
Right.
unison?
No, I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna like whether you are into hoax, not hoax. I don't like bringing it up on this channel, but seriously, no, he's not. He's not Michael Jackson. Whether you are believing in the hoax or not believing in the hoax, he ain't Michael fucking Jackson.
No.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Ah,
It's a nice snort there. Nice. That is sexy,
so-
Susan.
oh God.
I don't want to turn this conversation, but yeah, I just got chills up my back when she said that. Ooh, Lord, no.
Burn the stage. Burn it.
I guess that answers your question.
Just in case you were unsure.
Jackson has an empire. No, Jackson is the empire.
Oh,
That sounded like way too much like Star Wars.
ooh, wait, yeah, Diamond. She that shall not be named by me.
Pearl.
She's a liar. She's a liar.
What?
She's a fraud. So.
Oh!
Yeah.
Pearl says he is. Oh, Pearl, darling, Pearl says a lot of things. Let's skip. This is not the channel for it.
We should head over to the other channel.
Yeah, well, we can do that. You want to come do that? Come over to the other channel. We will enlighten you, darling.
I will say I'll join in. I'll do my impression.
It's a clue.
It's a clue.
Hello, guys.
Oh God, it actually makes me want to punch you in the face.
Oh, God. See, I was feeling okay.
Keep michaeling. It's like nails on a fucking chalk.
Oh, you guys, hilarious.
Okay, you guys want to head over to the other channel?
Oh, I gotta start getting ready for work.
I'm game.
Your game?
I'm game too.
Also,
So
okay.
you can take the piss out of my accent if you want. It's fun.
Anyway, you guys, make sure that because we're almost going to 15,000 subscribers, and we have the book that we're going to give away.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Got a DM on Twitter actually saying, "Are you still doing the 15,000 signed book giveaway?"
Yes.
Absolutely. So,
And while we're on the subject about the Innocent Project, if y'all have not checked out the Innocent Project store, Sousa has added some great stuff to there. Definitely check it out.
awesome. Yeah, we brought it up in the beginning, but it's good to have that in the end too. What's Jackson Empire? If you move with us to the other channel in a few minutes,
Brad,
you're
might
going to
wanna
hear
come along to the
everything
other
about it.
channel. You might want to come along to the other channel, like for real.
I guess I maybe can come for about 30 minutes, but I do have to start getting ready
Sweet.
for work.
Nina, you
guys.
come in. We'll talk about hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
Don't be here.
Brad
My right
Martin.
eyeball is sleeping, but my left eyeball might manage 10 to 15 minutes.
I do love your left eyeball.
Sousa, Brad Martin is asking what other channel, so he evidently he doesn't
I
know.
will type it in. We will not say it before we get moaned at. I will type it in
Yeah,
for anyone who wants to come across. But if you come across and you start bitching at us, you will be asked politely to leave.
not politely, you'll be asked to fuck off.
I was trying to be nice.
No.
Well, I think we have covered most of it for the Innocent Project.
Brad, if you can see, hang on,
Let's
you,
see
Brad,
if we can do this. If you guys like it like this, because there's not really that much to discuss case wise, but we can do this, I guess, once a month or something. So let me know if this is doable. To
maybe
listen
next
to
time
for
we can
2
get some good
hours.
stories to share of
Right.
Michael, like from people, like just to do something upbeat. Jar, have you got one you can drop us with before we go?
I've told all the. Oh God. Not right this second. I can't think.
Okay.
Maybe next time I'll have a good story for you guys.
Anaconda, don't want.
Oh Lord, I can't talk about them no more.
No, I just came into my head. Sorry.
The gold rapper. Mm-mm.
How does he smell again, Jar?
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus.
Would love to hear from you all soon. Well, we're gonna be in a few minutes. I have to get some coffee,
Thanks,
and we're
guys.
gonna be on the other channel. So if you like us talking about bullshit, follow the other channel, because we're talking about bullshit there once or twice a week. So whenever we feel like it. So that's it for
you guys.
for this one. See you guys next time. I don't know when it's gonna be, but well, make sure that you're subscribed and have the notifications on, so you'll know when we're going to go live. So bye bye for now. See you on the other channel.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Ta-ta.